Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm DeJhauna. This is Reach Your Bliss, where we talk all things living your best life. So, as you can tell by the title, today we're talking about what you really need to do in order to truly live the life you desire. So, the only thing you need to be worried about when you are desiring to call in everything into your life, have the highest level of life that you can imagine, whatever that looks like for you. The only thing you need to be worried about doing is deciding what you want and allowing it all to come into you, allowing yourself to be led towards it. So firstly, decide. I've talked about deciding on my channel before, but definitely something that always needs to be brought up because I think a lot of times, just in life, and especially we as women, where we have been so conditioned to seek permission, to ask for permission, to get someone else's approval for so many years. We need to start deciding everything on our own. And so decide what you want. Decide exactly what you want it to look like, whether that's in your finances, your family, your actual physical home, your job, where you want to live, the type of person you want to be. Decide whatever that is for you. Decide what that's going to look like for you. Decide how you want that to be in your life, whatever that area of life is for yourself. So again, decide exactly what it is you want. Be as clear as you possibly can be. And I'm not saying that like you have to, if you are saying you have decided you wanted to move to a new city and you need to know exactly where you live in that city. No, you don't have to like pinpoint it down that clear, but you need to be very clear in your decision of how you want that to work for you. How you want that to show up in your life for your decision. So decide, be clear with your decision. And decision, I might do a separate video about this because I know I do talk about deciding, and even in my own life, for a while, I was really confused. And not that I was confused, but I just was a little unsure of like what a decision should feel like. So a decision, like a definitive, this is what I'm doing. There's no other options. I don't want anything else. This is what it is. There are no limitations to this because this is what I'm doing. However it needs to come into my life, it's going to come into my life. A decision, a definitive, clear decision is like, it's almost like an epiphany. And if you've ever had an epiphany before of like, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's it. Like there's nothing else that is coming up when you make a very clear decision. And so I have been able to get to that point in life where when I make a decision, like it is a very clear decision. And I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, I'm just out here making decisions left and right and everything's super clear. No, that's not true. And this does take some practice because even me at the level I'm at, there are times where I think I'm making a decision, but it's coming from my thought mind. It's coming from my thought mind of where I'm trying to think it out. I'm still trying to figure out the how on my end. I'm trying to figure out the when on my end, how it's going to work for my life, what I need to do to get there. No, that's not a decision. Again, a decision has no limitations. A decision has nothing, no obstacles, nothing obscuring it. It's just, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, that's the answer. That's a decision. That moment of just a light bulb moment of like, duh, this is it. This is the option. This is what I'm doing. And I had a moment like this just this morning, actually. And I have a lot more moments like this recently because I practice this on a daily basis. And so I'll say that as well. The more you practice this, the easier it's going to be for you to have and decide on things and decide with clarity and decide definitively. So I was doing whatever I was doing this morning. I think it was journaling or something. But I had been just like in this flux space of like, okay, what's next for me? What do I want to do next? And I was making decisions. I was deciding on things, more of doing things in hopes that whatever I was going to do would take me towards wherever I said I wanted to go or something like that. I was deciding and still trying to figure out the how. I was deciding and still trying to figure out the when. I was deciding and still trying to figure out all of the parts of the plan. You don't need to know the plan. You literally do not need to know the plan. And that's might be something that's really difficult to let go of. But you don't need to know the plan. And I have truly learned to let go of the plan. And when I say I've truly, like, if you know me personally, you know I am one of those people, I used to be one of those people who was always prepared. I had the whole plan laid out. I knew what was going to happen if plan A didn't work. If plan B didn't work, we definitely had a plan C. If plan C didn't work, there was definitely a plan D. I was thinking about this the other day because I carry really small purses now. And years ago, even just like a few years ago, like 2-3 years ago, I was the type of woman who I always had to carry like not a very large purse, but I had a pretty roomy purse because I had a lot of things in that purse. This is how much I don't worry about the plan anymore. I was looking at my purse the other day and I have a small purse now. The only thing in my purse is lip gloss and my like credit card and my ID. But literally, there's lip gloss and hand sanitizer and sometimes tissues because I got allergies. That's how much I do not care about the plan anymore. I'm just out here living my life with lip gloss, y'all. Lip gloss in my purse. Like, you couldn't have told me 3 years ago to leave the house with just lip gloss. Bro, I would have been so scared. I would have been so on edge the entire time I was out. Like, oh my God, I'm going to need something. What if I don't have it? What if I, what do I need to do? I need to bring this. I don't do that no more. I leave the house with lip gloss. All I'm worried about is leaving the house and looking cute. The plan, God got the plan. The universe has the plan. My higher power has the plan. I don't need to know the plan. I just need to decide what I'm going to do. And I need to decide what's going to come next after that, after I made that decision. And after that decision is over, I can decide my next decision. And after that decision is over, I'm going to decide my next decision. So stop worrying about the plan. Stop concerning yourself with the how, with the what, with the, do I need to do this? Do I need to do that? If I place myself here, if I go over there, if I show up this way, if I show up, F all of that. You do not need to worry about the plan. Decide what you want, period. And so then the second thing to deciding is allowing. And that comes in with not worrying about the plan. So you decide and then you allow your higher power. I say your higher power because I'm not religious by any means. However, I do believe in God. I do not believe in a Christian God, but I do believe in God. And so whoever your higher power is, whether that's a Christian God, whether that's a Muslim God, whether that's a Jewish God, whether that's source, higher power, the universe, your quantum self, whatever it is, yourself, whatever it is that you believe in to be your higher power, ask your higher power to lead you towards the resources, towards the tools, towards the people, towards the steps that you need to do to align yourself with fulfilling your desire. Decide what your desire is and allow. Allow yourself to be led. Allow it to come to you. When I say decide and allow, this is how this plays out in my life. So like this morning, I made a decision on what I ultimately want to do with my career, where I want my career to take me. This is what's funny sometimes about decisions, that sometimes they are things that, or things or like situations or whatever that you a long time ago, when I say long time ago, I'll say like childhood time ago, when you were uninhibited by limitations and by thinking that you could or could not do this or that thing. And so this decision in particular, I was thinking about it, or after I finally was like, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm doing. This is what I'm meant to do. I was like, yo, I remember being a kid and like really feeling like this is also something I really wanted to do. But for whatever reason, I grew up and, go to school and get a job and have this type of career and do this and do that. And so I forgot about this deep inner thing that I already knew was for me. And now I'm just redeciding. But anyways, so I decide that I'm going to do this thing. And now I'm just allowing God to let the plan flow. Guide me in a direction towards what I need to do. I'm not worried about where do I need to apply. I'm not worried about how am I going to get my foot in the door. I'm not worried about, oh, I don't have the skills. Oh, I don't have the resume or whatever it is. I'm not worried about any of that. I'm not even thinking about any of that. All I'm thinking about is, wow, that was a good decision. This is going to be awesome. Yup, this is the one. This is the thing. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm thanking God. I'm thanking the universe. I'm thanking myself, showing gratitude towards the thing that I already have. Because, of course, it's already there within me. If it was my desire, it's already mine. I mentioned that, I think in one of my vlogs, that like, if it's a desire that I had in my heart, it was for me. It's already mine. So I'm just thanking the universe, God, myself for the thing, because I already have it. And so I'm not worried about the next steps. I'm not thinking about the next steps. I'm not saying that whatever you decide is going to poof, magically be in front of you immediately. Now, certainly, has that happened in my life? Yes. There are definitely things that I definitively decided on, and then bam, it was there. And not like bam, it was there, it poofed in front of me, because no, that's not necessarily how things work. But in this particular example, there was one time, this actually happened to me a few months ago, where for many months, I had wanted to get some satin pillowcases. And for whatever reason, I kept trying to figure out where these pillowcases were going to come from, because I really wanted a very specific color. And so, I fake decided that I wanted some pillowcases, and went along of trying to do all the figuring out of where they're going to come from and how much they're going to cost and when I'm going to be able to get them, all of that, trying to figure out the plan myself, and never found the pillowcases that I wanted. This went on for months, and I remember getting really frustrated that finally I was just like, oh, whatever, like F the pillowcases. And then a few more months had passed, and one day I remember I just woke up and whatever I was doing in my house, and I was like, I'm going to get some satin pillowcases. That was my thought. That was it. I didn't think about the color. I didn't think about the wear. I didn't think about how I was going to get them, where I was going to get them, how much they were going to cost. I was just like, I'm going to get some satin pillowcases. That was it. And a few hours later, no plan. This was not planned at all. A few hours later, I was like, you know what? I had some errands to run, and I was like, I'm just going to go to Target. I have to get some other things from Target. So I'm in Target doing my Target thing. Bam. There are the pillowcases. The exact color that I want them, at a very reasonable price that I liked. Bam. After months of me looking for satin pillowcases in this very specific color, the morning I decided I was just gonna get some satin pillowcases, no plan, no figuring out anything. I just decided I wanted to get some satin pillowcases free of expectations, of obstacles, of all of that, free of all of that. And hours later, bam, there are the exact type of pillowcases I'm looking for. That is allowing. That is how you allow. That is how you decide and allow. Period. Like, there's nothing else to it. Do not complicate this process. If you complicate this process, you will not have what you want. When you complicate this process, you will not be led. When you complicate this process, you will not be shown the resources and the things that you need to have the desire that you want. When you try to figure out the how, do the plan yourself, figure out the when, you will struggle. There is no doubt about it. You will struggle. There is no question in my mind. I'm telling you that you will struggle so that you can not complicate this and you can forego struggling, mainly because of the goodness of my heart, and I have struggled, and I am finally at the point of like, no shit, all I gotta do is decide and allow. Like, I have been struggling, I have been fake deciding for months now. Hold up, that was stupid, that was really dumb. And I would not wish that on anybody. I would not wish that on my worst enemy. I don't have any enemies, so that's also not a problem. But seriously, do not complicate this process. Decide what you want. Ask your higher power. Put it out there into the universe. Pray to God, whatever you need to do in that manner, and allow God to bring it to you. Allow the universe to bring it to you. And sometimes this can look like you're maybe like on the internet, and whatever it is that you just decided on, now you're seeing ads for it. Click on one of those ads. Check it out. It might lead you to the next step. Another question, one question that I love after I make a decision, after I have made a very clear decision and I'm like, yes, this is it. I love asking, what's my next step? What is my next step? What is the next thing I need to do? Where is the next thing? Where is the next place I need to go? Who is the next person I need to talk to? Where's my next step is just such a great general question, though. It is also to also keep that question very general. And when I tell you, there have been so many times in my life where I asked, what is that next step? And the next thing led me to like doing some random ass thing. And then by doing some random thing, I met some random person. And then I met some random person who told me about this thing that I would have never heard about had I not done this random thing and met this random person. And now this thing that they told me about is the exact thing I needed to call in my desire. Whoa! Oh my gosh! But again, that is allowing. That is how you allow. Stop worrying about the plan. Women, stop planning. Stop it. Stop it right now. Stop with the planners. Stop with the outcomes. Stop with the to-do list and the task and this step, this step, this step. Cut it out. If you are a woman who considers herself to be any sort of feminine on any level, in any realm, you need to stop worrying about the plan. Stop it. Cut it out right now. Literally, cut it out. Scratch that plan. The plan is irrelevant. It's irrelevant. If you watched my video from the other day, you already know that once I say it's irrelevant, we are only focused on the solutions. And the solution here is deciding and allowing. So planning is irrelevant. The how is irrelevant. The when is irrelevant. Decide. That's the only thing you need to be worried about. Deciding and asking, what is my next step? 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 Keep asking that until you have called in your full desire, until you see it there in front of you. And as with anything, this takes discipline. This does take discipline. And I've been practicing this for several months now. And I think I'm finally at I'm finally at the point where I can consistently be in this state of trust and this state of deciding and making legitimate decisions where I'm not figuring out worrying about the how or the when or the who or the what do I need to do next or anything like that. I'm making decisions that are just, that's what it is. That's what I'm doing. What's my next step? What do I need to know? So I'm sure you're asking yourself, how do I know if my decision is a good decision? It's the thing that's for me. How do I know if this next step is for me? How do I know if this is where I'm supposed to be led? This is how you know. You take your decision. Let's say you are deciding if you want to eat pizza or Italian. Well, they're both Italian, I guess. Let's say you're deciding if you want to eat Italian food or Asian food for dinner tonight. Take your decision. This is Italian food. I love me some Italian food. So hold the Italian food in your hand. It's imaginary. Use your imagination. That's another thing we'll talk about really soon on my channel is imagination, because a lot of y'all need to tap back into your imagination. But anyways, take your imagination, hold it there with you. You can close your eyes while you do this. So hold the Italian food in your hand. It's yummy. It's nice. And as you're holding the Italian food, what you're going to do is just place it on your heart. Place it on your heart space. How do you feel? Do you feel expansive? Do you feel calm? Do you feel peaceful? Do you feel excited? How do you feel? A yes is going to feel expansive. A right choice, a right next step, the best possible next step, yes, I should do this, this is my next step, is going to feel expansive. It's going to feel exciting. And not the type of exciting of like, oh, I'm nervous about it. Oh my God, I don't know. No, not that type of exciting. It's going to feel like giddy exciting. It's going to feel peaceful. It's going to feel calm. So that's the Italian food. Let's take Asian food. Hold Asian food. Hold Asian food in your hand. I like Asian food too, but I'm holding Asian food. And place Asian food at your heart. Or your second option, your second choice, whatever it is, at your heart. And this is a no for me. Haven't been really in the mood for Asian food. So I'm feeling a little closed off. It's like I'm feeling completely blank. Like there is no reaction. I'm feeling unsettled. So sometimes when I have a no, this is not it for me. No, that was not a real decision. No, that's not the in alignment with me. It will feel like skittish. I'll feel jittery, and not a good type of jittery. And you know how you feel. You know what feels good to you, and you know what does not feel good. And so that's one thing I do want to say as well. Start tapping. You could do this with anything. Do this, do that exercise as many times as you can throughout the day, so you can really start tapping in and tuning into that feeling of what expansiveness, what love, what a yes feels like in your physical body, and what a no feels like in your physical body. And like I said before, a no for me typically feels very closed off. If I don't feel that immediate, like closed off feeling, I'll feel like a little skittish, like a little like jittery, and just a very much a like, not a light type of jittery or flutter of like, oh yes, butterflies in my stomach. Oh my God. No, it's like, ooh, I don't know. Like, maybe, yeah, I guess. So that's what a no typically feels like for me. And so you could do that exercise when you could do that exercise even when you're making a decision of like, should I go this way or should I go that way? Should I turn left? Should I turn right? That is another thing that you can actually do to start really tuning in to your inner knowing of a yes and a no. Go driving wherever you want, in your town or wherever, and don't pick a destination. Don't pick any particular destination. Don't pick any destination at all. Just go driving. And as you're driving, when you come up to like an intersection or a turn or something, ask yourself, should I turn left or should I turn right? Yes or no? Follow that yes. Follow that no. That's how you begin listening to yourself. That's how you begin tuning into your body. So the other thing I wanted to say is I am hosting a 21-day meditation series beginning on May 1st. Meditating is the best way to truly, truly, truly start tuning into your body, start tuning and tapping into yourself, so that when you do have a decision, you can allow that decision to arise clearly and definitively, free of obstacles, free of limitations, free of you trying to figure out the plan. And so I am hosting a meditation series called Meditation for Everybody beginning May 1st. It is a 21-day meditation series. It's going to be a 10-minute live meditation every single day at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. If you are not able to attend the live meditation, no worries. The meditations are going to be recorded, and you will receive the meditation in your email after the live event. And so you can register for that. The link for registration is in my description box. It's going to be so amazing. It's just $21, so highly recommend getting on that if you have been wanting to start a meditation practice. If you have been wanting to go deeper into your meditation practice, this is for you. Wanting to start one, have been putting off starting a meditation practice, this is for you. Sign up. The link is in my description box. Additionally, if you are seeking deeper guidance, if you are seeking the depth of inner knowing of how to truly decide and allow at a very depthful level, I am now available for one-on-one private coaching. The link for that is also in my description box. You can also just email my team for package details and pricing, and we would love to set you up and guide. I would love to help guide you along that journey of making clear and definitive decisions and allowing yourself to be led, allowing those things to come into your life. that's all I had to say today. Don't forget to like this video and share it with someone who needs it, and certainly subscribe to come back for more. There's so much more where this came from. As always, I appreciate you. I love you. You got this, and I'll see you in the next one.